Friends, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Good health and joy to you and your families! Now, let's dive into our release. Pochettino will head PSG. Neymar has already reacted to the appointment of the Argentinian, and Real's plan to buy Mbappe has come under threat. Whoa! After Tuchel's shocking sacking from PSG, a new wave of various transfer rumors showed up in the world of football. To stay up to date on everything essential, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Friends, who do you think Pochettino should buy first at PSG? Write your options in the comments below. Guys, before watching the video, support us with a like. We really appreciate that. Now, let's get going. PSG announced the sacking of the head coach Thomas Tuchel. Former Tottenham coach Mauricio Pochettino will take over Tuchel's post at PSG, according to Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United refused to battle with other European giants for David Alaba. Robert Lewandowski is the best player in 2020, according to the British newspaper The Guardian. Klopp commented on rumors of Salah's desire to leave Liverpool. Mo is in a good mood, a good moment, a really good shape. All rumors are the affairs of journalists. All the rest, nice for you all to write about, but internally, nothing really. The Liverpool press service quotes the German coach. PSG will pay Tuchel and his coaching staff 7 million euros in penalties for an early termination of the contract. Napoli has estimated the midfielder Fabian Ruiz at 50 million euros. Cristiano Ronaldo posted a photo in which he celebrates Christmas with his family. We wish you a Merry Christmas, lots of love, health and happiness, the Portuguese wrote on his Instagram. In a club like Barcelona, you need to take trophies. I think our ultimate goal is to win matches and titles. There are no prizes for fourth place. You need to be the first. That's the mentality this team should have. We can't settle for anything less, said Koeman in an interview with the Barcelona official website. Eintracht forward Bas Dost moves to Brugge. This was announced by the press service of the Frankfurt club. Arsenal midfielder Mesut Özil met with the representatives of Fenerbahce in London. FIFA cancelled the U17 and U20 Youth World Championship due to coronavirus. Both competitions were supposed to take place in 2021. Udinese midfielder Rodrigo De Paul may join Inter on loan. Nerazzurri intend to issue a loan for 18 months with a buyout option. Jan Oblak is one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and I'm always pleased to face the best. Sky Sports quotes the words of Lionel Messi. After leaving PSG, Thomas Tuchel hopes to get a job at Manchester United or Arsenal, claims Bild. Inter striker Alexis Sanchez was charged with tax evasion between 2012 and 2013 when the Chilean played for Barcelona. I stayed alive, which means that I can demand more from this year, said the head coach of Bologna, Sinisa Mihajlovic. We remind you that since the summer of 2019, the specialist has been fighting leukemia. Arsenal won't be able to sign Real Madrid midfielder Isco. The Spanish prefers to join Juventus on loan. Kylian Mbappe said goodbye to Thomas Tuchel on Instagram. It is sadly the law of football. Nobody will forget your time here. You wrote a wonderful part of the club's history, and I say to you, thank you, coach, wrote the Frenchman. Manchester United is definitely a Premier League title contender. Their game is impressive. TalkSport quotes former England coach Steve McLaren. Atalanta signed a preliminary contract with Shakhtar's midfielder Viktor Kovalenko, reports Goal journalist Bruno Andrade. Former coach of France's national team Raymond Domenech will lead Nantes. The coach will be introduced on December 30th. Ajax is equal to Bayern, Barcelona and Real. We want to experience the emotions we did in 2018-19 more often, said Ajax CEO Edwin van der Sar in the interview with ET. For the first time since 06-07 season, neither Real nor Barcelona lead the La Liga table at Christmas. In the summer, we talked openly about my future, about Bayern's plans. They said they valued me as a person and a player, and that they could bring me back to Bayern. Bild quotes Mario Götze. Man United is activating the option to extend the contract with Jesse Lingard for 12 months, writes the Daily Mail. Lewandowski deserves the best award. Absolutely. But for me, Messi doesn't belong in the top 3 because I don't think he did well this year, says Felix, brother of Toni Kroos. Harry Kane leads the top 5 European leagues in assists. The Englishman has 10 of them. Now, let's move on to the main news. Authoritative French sources unanimously announced the sacking of Thomas Tuchel from his post as a head coach of PSG. Mauricio Pochettino is considered the main candidate to replace the German. According to the insider Fabrizio Romano, journalist Nicolas Kira, L'Equipe, and many others, the Parisians have already agreed on a contract with the ex-coach of Tottenham. The agreement will last for 2 years. Together with the Argentinian specialist, his assistants Jesus Perez and Miguel D'Agostino will come to PSG. Interestingly enough, Pochettino is well acquainted with the French club structure, because while still a football player, Mauricio performed for the team from 2001 to 2003. At the moment, after 14 match days in the French Championship, PSG is in 3rd place and 1 point behind the leading Lyon. But at the European arena, the Red Blues reached the Champions League playoffs, taking the 1st place in their group. Continuing the previous news, we hasten to tell you about the reaction of the main stars of PSG to the appointment of Pochettino. Citing sources close to the club, Lead 10 Sport claims that the majority of the players approved the choice of the club's management. In particular, we are talking about the leaders of the team in person of Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. Both the Brazilian and the Frenchman were optimistic about the news that Pochettino would soon get a job at the Parc des Princes. In addition, striker Mauro Icardi, who is already looking forward to work with a compatriot coach, didn't stand aside. Thus, Pochettino will receive a stellar lineup and a decent budget, and the team will start from the scratch under the leadership of a new manager. What can we say? Everyone gets a profit in this case. Budweiser organized an original event in honor of Lionel Messi's historic record. Let us remind you that recently the captain of Barcelona scored 644 goals in a Blaugrana's jersey and has surpassed the great Pelé in a number of goals for one club. Amid the hype around this news, Budweiser sent 644 numbered bottles of their beer to all those goalkeepers who conceded from the Argentinian. The number of bottles donated for each goalkeeper depended on how many goals they got from him in the club competitions. As a result, prizes were sent to 160 goalkeepers, and 15 of them had a double-digit number of bottles. Diego Alves, the former shot-stopper of Valencia, got the most of them, 21. In general, we can't deny the fact that Messi and his partners came up with a really funny PR move. Well played, guys! Real Madrid may be deprived of the opportunity to sign the striker of PSG and the French national team Kylian Mbappe. According to us, Madrid fears that the dismissal of Thomas Tuchel and the arrival of Mauricio Pochettino in his place will convince the player to stay. The source writes that the 22-year-old Mbappe had a difficult relationship with Tuchel, and therefore the footballer refused to renew his contract with PSG, thinking of a transfer to Real Madrid. However, Pochettino's appearance at the club will prompt Kylian to sign the new agreement. If the club and the player reach one, the amount of compensation in Mbappe's contract will increase to 247 million euros, which will be an unaffordable price even for the royal club. Moreover, according to the previously mentioned us, Pochettino has already received guarantees from the management of PSG that Mbappe won't be sold in the near future. And this was one of the main requirements of Mauricio in the negotiations. Guys, our friends from the Top Football channel have released a new video about the big sprays of football players. It turned out to be very funny. The story with Messi and Chupa Chups is just a masterpiece. Highly recommended to watch. The video is right in front of you. And as always, it was Football News. Have a nice one and see you in a bit.